on Osrc News at 7. NECO blacklist 14 centers for exam malpractice. Unizik expels student or biting lecturer in clash over TikTok video. Afenifere chieftain Ayo Adebanjo is dead. And from the foreign scene, 10 mine workers die in Pakistan. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on the news at 7 on Osrc television. My name is Oyumi Ayinbara. Ondo State workers have been reassured of the commitment of the present administration to sustain and improve programs and policies that promote their welfare. Governor Loki Ayedatiwa at the distribution of 2.5 billion naira fourth tranche of payment of gratuity to 2014 local government and primary school teachers retirees urged more support for its administration. Ayedatiwa promised not to politicize development of the state while reaffirming its dedication to improve security architecture. Government House correspondent Wahab Ankoli completes the story.
It is the fourth in the series of bulk defrayment of gratuity arrears to workers in Ondo State. This time, it is the turn of local government and primary school teachers who retired in 2013. The Cocoa Conference Hall of the Governor's Office in Akure played host to top government functionaries, political associates, lawmakers, as well as present and retired workers in Ondo State for the distribution of 2.5 billion naira payment of gratuity to 2013 local government and primary school teachers retirees in the Sunshine State. The head of service, Mr. Bayo Philip, while congratulating the beneficiaries, applauded Governor Loki Ayedatiwa for the move.
No one can deny the steady effort that our governor is making to offset the inherited arrears of gratuity in the state. This is no party, this is no politics, this is the fact on ground.
Governor Ayedatiwa, who restated his passion to sustain and improve policies and programs that promote the welfare of inhabitants in the state, said no effort will be spared to make the state better. Ayedatiwa, who congratulated the senior citizens on the occasion, said his commitment to improve their living standard remains unwavering.
Our administration has always taken the care of the elderly and the vulnerable a matter of utmost priority. These we have demonstrated in action. We want to assure you of our administration to continue to accord this political segment our priority at all times. Our commitment to this principle is the sole motivation for our continuation prioritization of bulk payment of gratuity to all pensioners in Ondo State without discrimination. The era of selective payment based on pensioners' location within the power equation in the state, which has generated so much tension, misgivings, and avoidable rat race for access to the various lawsuits of power for advantage, has been put to an end.
The governor said the system of bulk defrayment put in place by his administration will be sustained to make life more worth living for the people, noting that development of the state will not be politicized.
Let me once again express my heartfelt appreciation and gratitude for the unquantifiable support our senior citizens for us and our party, the All Progressive Congress, at the last gubernatorial election. And very much your support during the local government election in Ondo State. Your prayers for us have continued to sustain us. It is to the glory of God and your efforts and support as well as that of the entire people of Ondo State, has given us yet another opportunity as we look forward to my and my Deputy Governor official inauguration on Monday, 24th February.
He reassured of his unwavering determination and dedication to prosper the state and the people. High point of the event was the presentation of dummy checks to some of the beneficiaries. The chairman of the Nigeria Union of Pensioners in the state, Mr. Johnson Oshunyemi, who highlighted numerous interventions of Governor Aiyedatiwa to make life more meaningful for the people of the state and the senior citizens in particular, offered prayers for the success of his administration. Speaking with Osrc, some of the retirees applauded Governor Aiyedatiwa for giving them a new lease of life.
I excited that I'm alive today because many people are gone that will retire at the same time. This is 2025, making it 14 years that we have retired. And now we have taken our gratuity, we thank the governor, and then we thank God.
We have few governors that sees this thing as something they should do. But we appreciate God in the life of our governor.
Our governor, amiable governor, is a man that has weathered all political and malicious storms. A man that is very stupendously giant in action. I want to appreciate him for this laudable project. I call it a project.
The conclusion of the event raises the hope of same gesture for other retirees in the Sunshine State. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
The 6 governors of the southwest region of Nigeria have agreed to set up special security outfits to combat all forms of banditry and other crimes in the region. The governors also agreed to establish joint food hubs to address the growing food inflation and associated challenges in the region. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu disclosed this while reading the communique issued at the end of the Southwest Governors Forum meeting held at the Lagos House, Ikeja. The closed-door meeting focused on common interest and key regional issues, including security, agriculture, food security, economic collaboration, and establishment of the Southwest Development Commission. The governors further stated they are ready to counter any attempt by the Islamic State West African province ISWAP to enter the region, thereby undermining its security. The Benin-Owena River Basin Development Authority Stakeholders Forum Ekiti State Branch has called on President Bola Tinubu to split the authority or allow the headquarters be moved from Obayato in Edo State to Alabaka in Akure in the state. The Stakeholders Forum, which aimed their call on the incessant security threat posed the staff from Ondo and Ekiti State, also urged the National Assembly to consider the split of the authority. Osrc Said Arabisala reports that the members of the Stakeholders Forum staged a protest to press on their demands.
Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever! We shall always fight for our rights.
Members of the Benin-Owena River Basin Development Authority Stakeholders Forum, Ekiti State Branch, occupied the main gate to the authority's office in Akure, Ondo State capital, carrying placards of various inscriptions which include Benin-Owena River Basin Development Authority belongs to federal government, not Benin. Allow the new appointees to breathe, among others. Speaking on behalf of the group, the Secretary of Ekiti State Branch of the Stakeholders Forum, Mr. Victor Ojo, said staff from Ondo and Ekiti States have long been subjected to threats which have resulted in palpable fear and even loss of lives.
We members of the Stakeholders Forum of Benin-Owena River Basin Development Authority were suddenly alarmed by the activities of a group that went viral on the social media that barricaded and sealed off the headquarters of the authority at Obayanto, a village 24 kilometers outside Benin City, Benin City Metropolis, along Benin-Sapele Expressway. Their uncivilized action, imitable of the Aleman during the Stone Ages era, were not only condemnable, but irrational, uncivilized, misinformed, and uncalled for.
Mr. Ojo said the two states have also faced marginalization in the selection of leadership for the River Basin Authority, noting that some elements have decided to frustrate the resumption of Mr. Femi Adekombi and his team, who were recently appointed by President Bola Tinubu. The protesting stakeholders expressed confidence in the experience and resourcefulness of Mr. Adekombi to lead the Benin Awena River Basin Development Authority to greater heights.
The choice of Dr. Adekombi to us retirees who toiled for 35 years of our lifespan, expectancy approved his appointment. Being a resourceful, resilient, dogged, rugged, dedicated and result-oriented manager of human and material resources that can salvage the authority. Edo State has 3 offices, whereas Ondo State has 1, Ekiti has 1, then Delta has an area office.
To ensure the Benin Awena River Basin Development Authority fulfill its mandate, the stakeholders urged President Bola Tinubu to move the headquarters to the Akure area office or split the organization into 2 autonomous entities.
The members of the stakeholder forum were worried with the way our constant and most revered royal father silently allowed these questionable elements to drag his esteemed international image into the mud, with discredited politicians as their paymaster. The stakeholders forum expected His Royal Majesty to have instantly distanced or dissociated the palace.
The Ekiti State branch of Benin Awena River Basin Development Authority Stakeholders Forum says it will remain resolute in the realization of its demand to enhance development of the area. Sahida Ribisala, Osrc News.
In the meantime, the Delta North Initiative for Equity, Justice and Good Governance has condemned the ongoing blockade of the Benin Awena River Basin Development Authority board office in Benin City by a group of protesters claiming to represent the Benin ethnic nationality of Edo State. The protesters, who allege that they are acting with the permission of the Oba of Benin, have disrupted operations at the agency for over 1 week. The group of protesters says it is demanding that the position of Managing Director MD of the agency be awarded to a Benin indigene, despite the fact that the immediate past MD, who served 2 consecutive terms, was from Edo State. The Delta North Initiative cautioned against any attempt by the Benin protesters to monopolize the leadership of the agency on their claims of host community entitlement. In education, the National Examination Council has blacklisted 14 examination centers for the involvement in examination malpractice across 9 subjects. The 14 centers were identified in 2 southwest states, Ogun and Oyo, with 10 centers blacklisted in Ogun State, while 4 were blacklisted in Oyo State. NECO Registrar Professor Dantani Wushishi disclosed this at the council's headquarters in Minna, Niger State, during a media briefing where he announced the release of 2024 Senior School Certificate Examination external results. The registrar stated that the names of the blacklisted centers and supervisors will be forwarded to all the examination bodies for further sanctions. And still on education, the authorities of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State, have expelled a student, Godi Mbakwe Chimamaka Precious, over assault on a lecturer from the Department of Theatre and